everyone, welcome to our exciting chat about cooking and ingredients. We're thrilled to have you join us as we dive into our culinary adventures and share some fun stories. I'm delighted to kick things off by sharing a recent episode I had in the kitchen. I was preparing a special dish for our local farm-to-table dinner event, a delightful asparagus risotto. This dish combines creamy arborio rice with fresh asparagus, giving it a lovely springtime flavor. The occasion was our annual community gathering to celebrate local produce, and I wanted to showcase the wonderful asparagus grown in our area. Now, asparagus is a green vegetable known for its long, slender spears and tender texture. It's a favorite in Texas, often featured in grilled dishes, salads, and of course, risottos like mine. Asparagus is celebrated for its nutritional benefits and distinctive taste, making it a star in many Texan kitchens. However, just as I started preparing, I found out there was an unexpected shortage of asparagus that day. I had to think on my feet to manage this crisis for the event. Facing the asparagus shortage, I had to get creative. Instead of substituting with a similar vegetable, I decided to use wild edible plants and herbs from my garden to recreate the essence of asparagus. I foraged young, tender shoots of milkweed, which have a slightly nutty flavor, and paired them with wild garlic to add a unique twist. I also included some finely chopped tender stems of dandelion greens for an earthy note. This blend mimicked the fresh, grassy taste of asparagus and added an interesting depth to the risotto. The result was a delicious and resourceful dish that not only solved the shortage, but also delighted our guests with unexpected flavors.
Wow, Jennifer, what a fantastic approach. I love how you turned a challenging situation into an opportunity to explore wild plants. Your creativity is inspiring, especially how you used the milkweed shoots. I'd never thought of that.
I agree with Sarah. Your resourcefulness is amazing, Jennifer. It's fascinating how you used wild edibles to substitute asparagus. As a nature photographer, I often see these plants, but never considered their culinary potential. I'm eager to try something similar now.
Jennifer, I'm blown away by your inventive use of wild herbs and plants. In Florida, we have access to so many fresh ingredients year-round, but I've never considered foraging as a solution. The risotto must have had such a unique and fresh flavor.
Jennifer, that's truly impressive. Your ability to adapt and create something new on the fly is such a testament to your culinary skills. I'm inspired by how you elevated your dish with local, foraged ingredients. It's a beautiful way to connect with the land and showcase regional flavors. Let's talk about picking the best asparagus. I usually buy mine in the spring at New York's farmers markets for my brunch dishes, like asparagus quiche. Freshness is crucial. Always look for firm, straight spears with tight tips. If they're bending or have open tips, they're past their prime. Asparagus should snap when you break it, indicating it's fresh and crisp.
That's a great point, Chloe. I always ensure the asparagus is bright green, without any dull or yellowish coloring. When buying in California, I use it in fresh garden salads. The color indicates freshness and proper storage. It should also be free from wrinkles or spots. Asparagus that's vibrant and consistently green up to the tip is ideal for crisp, flavorful dishes.
Both are great tips. In Florida, I look for a firm, smooth texture. I use asparagus in my food truck's seasonal wraps. Texture can reveal a lot about its freshness. Avoid any that feel slimy or have a woody texture at the ends. Fresh asparagus should feel smooth and slightly moist, not dry or mushy.
I agree with all of you. I usually check for a pleasant, earthy aroma when I buy asparagus at Washington's markets, which I use in my boxes. Fresh asparagus should have a clean, spring-like scent. Avoid any with a sour or off smell, which indicates spoilage. The right aroma ensures it's flavorful and fresh for cooking.
Those are all excellent criteria. In Texas, I look for uniform thickness among the spears, especially for grilling. Consistent size helps in even cooking and presentation. Varied thickness can lead to uneven cooking, with some parts overcooked while others are underdone. Uniformity ensures a balanced dish, especially for something like my risotto or grilled asparagus dishes.
If asparagus isn't available, I often use green beans as an alternative. In California, they're abundant and can be grilled or used in salads like asparagus. Green beans have a similar crisp texture, but a milder flavor compared to the earthy notes of asparagus.
In Washington, I turn to snap peas as an alternative. They're sweet and crunchy, perfect for my hay boxes. Snap peas are similar in texture but sweeter, adding a different dimension to dishes compared to asparagus' racy taste.
I like using zucchini in Florida when asparagus is scarce. It works well in wraps and has a mild flavor that complements many dishes. Zucchini is softer and less grassy than asparagus, but still provides a nice texture and versatility.
In New York, I go for broccoli rabe as an alternative. Its slightly bitter taste works well in pastas and sautés. Broccoli rabe has a robust flavor compared to asparagus, which can add a punch to dishes needing a bit of bitterness and depth.
In Texas, I use okra as a substitute. Its unique texture works well in my risotto and other dishes. Okra is more mucilaginous compared to asparagus, adding a different texture, but it's a fantastic way to include a southern twist to traditional recipes. To wrap up, we've had a wonderful discussion on asparagus and its alternatives. Sarah emphasized freshness and color, Chloe highlighted firmness and snapping quality, Mai talked about texture, Emily focused on aroma, and I discussed uniform thickness. We also explored green beans, snap peas, zucchini, broccoli rabe, and okra as great substitutes. I am grateful to each of you for sharing your insights and enriching our conversation. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our conversation and picked up some helpful tips. Keep experimenting and enjoying your culinary adventures. Until next time, happy cooking.